So I made a wireframe. This is typical galvanized 2x4 fencing, like 50-foot rolls from Home Depot. I don't know how much they cost, but it makes a good frame for creating an air pruning pot, which is what I did. And I line it with landscape fabric, also on the bottom, so soil doesn't leak out. But the idea is to make it so that the roots, when they hit the landscape fabric and the air, they die and then ramify behind where they died. And so it fills the whole soil mass with roots instead of having coiling roots in the bottom of your pot. And the only downside to these I see so far is that they dry out relatively fast, but that's not really a concern with bonsai, since you gotta water every day or every other day even, or twice a day even. So it's a mixture of about 50% raised bed soil, which is compost and small wood particles and whatever else they throw in there, and about 40% perlite and about 15 to 20% sand, just coarse sand, builder sand, I guess. And I also mixed in a bit of Osmocote. This stuff, get a focus on it. It's 6-month feed, and it's 15/9/12, and it's the fertilizer recommended by the place where I bought my trees, which is sequoiatrees.com. And that's where I bought this flowering cherry. And I asked them if I could please have one that was already multi-trunk, and they actually sent me a multi-trunk. It comes packed in a, let's see if you can see this. It comes packed in a cardboard tube with paper around this plastic root ball really tight, and it's jammed into the tube so that it can't shift during shipping at all. And that's really good. So I got it a few days ago. I put it in my greenhouse in a pot with soil in it, and I made sure it was watered and that the bottom of the plastic was open so it could drain. And peel this like a banana and pull out the root ball, which is more of a plug than a ball. And you separate it a little bit like you do bonsai. And I'm going to flatten it out a little bit if I can. Very gentle. I don't hear any roots ripping, which is nice. Probably should have rinsed it in water. It would have been easier. There. And this looks just about like what I'm putting it into. It's got a lot of perlite and looks like maybe peat or soil. Let's get the top roots up here if I can. Might as well take them all off. Take all the soil off, rather. I'm going to put this under a thin layer of the soil that I've got, and then I'm going to top dress it with sand so that it is easy to water. It's going to have to grow a couple years to do much. I need to put my Chinese elm in one of these, and my Brazilian rain tree. It's a nice, cool, rainy, moist day today. Good day for planting. Push it down a bit. I didn't really want to leave that much of a space in the top. Might pull the tree up a bit. And I might anchor it with wire strung around the edge from 3 directions. That's another good thing about these wire air pruning pots, is that you can run wire or whatever to the edges because they're wire. Good anchor spots. Last little bit of soil here. Press it up on the tree a bit. I think I will let water settle the rest of it. I've got two big containers I made. They're probably 8 or 9 gallons, I guess, for some kind of, pretty sure it's live oak. I have to check the tags. I got so many trees, I forget which I planted where. In 2 of those pots, the air pruning pots, and I've got most of my other trees in baskets that I used. I started in 18 using plastic laundry baskets, but 3 years outside and they're turning to dust, which is not good for me and not good for the environment. And so I'm transferring everything into wire and landscape fabric, which I also know is plastic, but it doesn't deteriorate nearly as badly as laundry basket plastic does. Oops, I forgot. I was going to put a little bit of Osmocote under the sand. Too late now. There's plenty in the soil. There. Get all the sand off. Hopefully I'm recording. Good, I am recording. So there's my new flowering cherry tree and my aloe and these are interior live oaks from the sequoiatrees.com, and it's in a air pruning pot. And I've got a Brazilian rain tree that I put in a pot and I anchored it. Instead of wiring it, I'm pulling it into shape. And that's all the pruning pots that I've got in here. But there are some out there just beyond that hanging moss. Beyond that green, or just before that green. Anyway, you can't see it, whatever. So yeah, thanks for hanging out.